Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my kitchen. You are in for a treat today. Klaus, how do you look so good? People ask me, they stop me on the street, they say, man, look at you. Don't look a day over 32. How do you look so amazing? You're almost 60. You're gonna be 60 next year. Look at you. You look like Superman. And it's all diet. Actually, nobody says that. That was a big lie. But I mean, you're supposed to do that to attract people to your videos. We are going to make today Italian pesto, magnifico pesto sauce with rotellini, and then we are going to combine that with just a beautiful steelhead fillet cooked perfectly. Okay, guys? I just gotta see if I have all my ingredients. I have pepper, salt, olive oil, water. I don't need a watermelon. I have my Parmesan cheese. I have garlic, pine nuts, but the key ingredient to pesto sauce all'italiano is absolutely fresh basilico. Where the hell does a guy get fresh basil in Canada in this time of year? Well, what you do is you grow it in a pot yourself. You just plant some seeds early and it grows like weeds. I happen to have grown some myself. Let me show you. I grew some basil. Basil. I say basil, you say basil. Doesn't it look beautiful? The smell is just, oh, it's absolutely incredible. And we're gonna trim some here, just enough to make, it's too big. What are you doing? It's too much. We're gonna trim some, just enough for this meal, fresh. It's incredible. Guys, look at this stuff. 3 of them should probably do. 3 pieces. I'm going to show you how to make it just fresh, 1 serving, but then I'm going to do the whole thing on my own, and I'm going to store it. I'm going to make the sauce and then freeze it. That looks just beautiful. Should we do? Look at this. You guys, you can just smell this. It is absolutely incredible. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's probably enough. Oh, let's do one more. There we go. Now, what I should do is I should probably wash it. It is just redonkulous. Let's do it here. Now this is so fresh I could probably use the whole piece, but the stem is probably not suitable to this type of sauce. You want to just use the juicy leaves and the stem. You can use just the tips when it's tender, but then it starts to get woody, right? So you just want to use I wish you could have aroma on the video along with the visuals, because this is just, oh my God, it just smells fantastic. Have you ever been to Italy? This stuff grows like weeds there, and those Italians, they just figured out, oh, we can make a sauce with this and eat it on the pasta. And they're right, it tastes absolutely incredible. But it's all in how you combine it with other ingredients, okay guys? So let's do it here. Now if you can't grow it, you could buy it at the store. You ever see those little, for $5 you get a little pot of basil? Buy it, water it, leave it outside, let it double in size, and then do this. Okay, here we go. That's 1 set of ingredients. This is going to be enough for one portion. And we've got our food processor here. We need a food processor. Let's just put everything in first. Oh no, we can't do that yet. Close. You need to have a script. No one's going to watch your videos if you don't have a script. You have to prepare everything first before you start the combination. So garlic. Garlic's the next important ingredient. I have two kinds of garlic here. I went to the store and you could buy this garlic here for 75 cents. It's grown in China and it tastes like shit. Okay? This garlic here, this little package costs about $3. It's grown in the USA and it tastes fantastic. But I'm going to show you that this is how you tell, right? Guys, if you just want to buy the cheap stuff, go ahead, knock yourselves out. And I used to do it. I used to buy this Chinese garlic, and I used to put garlic in things, and you know, like, oh, well, so what? Some garlic, and I always thought, it doesn't really, you know, I don't like garlic. This is a clove of the Chinese garlic. It's like woody. It comes apart. It has no oiliness. I can't even smell garlic. It's just, you know what this is good for? This is good for the garbage. Yeah, that's garbage. Don't buy the Chinese garlic, okay? It tastes like shit. I don't know if it's how they grow it, or because they pick it and it has to ship all the way over here. I'm in North America. Maybe if you're in China, you can buy the Chinese garlic. This is grown just south of the border, and it's fresh. And watch this, guys. Look at this clove. Look at that clove there. Now, when I squish this clove, there's going to be an oily mess emanating from this. You can even look at that. There's like oiliness everywhere. It's just a juicy. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Let's take a piece there. Oh my God. Now that's garlic, okay? Oh, what a dip. One clove. If your recipe calls for one clove, you use one clove of this. Beautiful. You put 25 cloves of that, and it tastes like shit. So we're gonna get some ready here anyway. Oh, garlic breath. Garlic breath. Garlic breath. Who cares? I love it. And apparently it keeps the vampires away. Someone from Romania told me that. We probably need for one batch, say 3 garlics. Let's save this over here. And you don't have to mince it up because it's going in the food processor. So you just squish it, and just the popping sound, the oiliness. It's just ridiculous, right? This is how you prepare garlic, guys. I've shown you this before, right? You just take a clove like this, and it still has the paper around it, and you just put it on and you just squish it. And then it's easy to peel. Then it just comes off like this, right? And it's peeled. But, oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so garlic, basil. I do a little trick in mine to just give it a little je ne sais quoi taste. And I put a green onion or chives. If you can grow your own chives, put a little handful of chives. I use a green onion because it's like a Asian infusion to my pesto sauce, okay? So let's just a little bit there. You know, ratio of, you could do the ratio there, right? Just however you like it to taste. What else? What else? Pine nuts, olive oil, and some water. Why water? Well, I'll tell you in a minute. Because if you make a pesto sauce with just olive oil, you use a lot of olive oil, and it's really heavy and oily. And when you put it on stuff, it's like, some people say, I don't like it, it's really heavy. But what you do is when you cook your pasta, you cook the pasta al dente, so it's not completely cooked, and your sauce has a good portion of water in it as well as the olive oil. So then, when your pasta is just about done, you put this pesto in that has a little bit of a water content, and you keep cooking a little bit, and that water is absorbed. And bear with me, okay? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so we fill this with basil. Someone look it up. Is it basil or basil? I'm going to say basil because in Italian it's basilico. Okay, so basilico, garlic, That's a lot of garlic. Let's take one out. That's a lot of garlic. Green onions. These are pine nuts. They're very expensive, but they're a necessary part to pesto sauce. A packet of these in Canada costs like $8-9, but this is what you do. You didn't hear it from me. Well, you can't anymore because of COVID. Everything's prepackaged, so okay, so you can't. So you go to the bulk food section and you fill up a bag with one of these, and then when you go weigh it, you say, it's rice. 89 cents. But it's not. It's pine nuts, and you can't. You didn't hear it from me. Okay, so pine nuts. And I'm eyeballing. Guys, when you love your food and you love to cook, you can have recipes, you can do it perfectly. I eyeball, and it's always slightly proportionally different. Today I feel, you know what? I feel for full garlic today. I'm feeling full garlic press, right? I want full garlic. So this is going to be a garlicky sauce. And what we're going to do, we're going to immediately start it with some olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to put a generous amount in there. Now, you know, when you go buy a pesto sauce in the store, the jars, they're almost never olive oil because olive oil solidifies and it just doesn't look right. So it's usually some other cheap oil, or they might add like a drop of olive oil, and it tastes terrible. Don't buy the pre-made pesto sauce in the store. It's horrible, okay? But this, just the olive oil, a little bit of water, quite a bit actually, and we're going to start grinding in the food processor. We're going to get this ready. And just let it go. Now, if it's laboring to work, we're going to add a little bit more oil. This is for 4 people, okay? So don't go, oh my God, are you going to eat all that oil? You're going to have a coronary. No, and I'm not going to use it all probably. But like I said, a generous amount of water. And then we go. We're good to go. This is going to taste just amazing. But we're not done. We have to season it a little bit. And we need to add some pepper. Just a little pepper. Just, you know, not too much. Everyone has their own flavors and their own tastes. A little bit of salt. Okay. Let's do it. Just beautiful. I'm going to show you. We're going to taste it. So from my garden, straight into the processor. That's about it. Now, look at the consistency here. It's a little, you're going to say, oh, it's watery, right? Is it? Yeah, it's a little watery because I put that water in there. But it's still thick, and it's got all those flavors in there. Oh. You know what it needs? It needs a little bit more salt and it needs a little bit more, it needs a little bit more. And this is my ritual for, it's not always this, but food is important. We put more of that in there. Put a little bit more of this. A little bit more pine nuts. A little bit more salt. I could taste the pepper. This is very fine. It's not coming out very fast. No more water. I might have overdid it just slightly on the water because I was trying to make a point. Because I'm not Gordon freaking Ramsay. But all right. Take 2. Oh yeah, look at it now. It's a little thicker. Oh yes, yes. Now it's not runny. It's just thick. Look at this, guys. Look at this. I gotta show you this too. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I know it's a pretty freaking small spoon. Okay. So the sauce, the pesto sauce is ready to be used. Now we have to get the other ingredients ready. We're going to make the la pasta. So we just have to get the water ready. And I happen to have some water here. Let's just add a little bit, we'll salinate the water just slightly. And we're going to get that going on the stove. Second, there's more ingredients that are going to go into this pesto. There's going to be some green beans, fresh green beans. I need to tip and tail them. So this is how I tip and tail my green beans. I meticulously pick out the ones. I didn't grow my own green beans this year. They wouldn't be ready by now anyway. I pick out meticulously the right length so that I can tip and tail them easily like this. And they're so tender and so beautiful that even if you don't get all the little tails, it's fine. Okay. Guys, what are you going to do with this? I'm going to show you. Okay, so green beans. Probably a little bit more. Because la pasta is not going to be just pasta with pesto. There's going to be some added flavor. And I learned this actually in Italy. They add stuff to their pesto. Carote, carrots. Carrots in pesto sauce? Yes, yes. Not in there. I'll show you. No. I can't get it up. You don't use carrots never mind. Okay. Before you use any ingredient, you should taste it. I should taste these carrots. Organic, fresh farmers' carrots, and one of them's limp. That's why you should grow your own food. Okay? Carote, carrots. Okay, let's taste one of these carrots. Oh, it's a pretty good carrot. Okay, so we're going to have carrot pieces. Now what we're going to do, when we're cooking the pasta, for the last 4 minutes or so of the pasta being cooked, these carrots are going in the boiling water, as well as these beans. And they will be part of the dish and eventually coated with the pesto sauce as well. Okay, so these are going in. We'll do a few more beans. Might as well use them up. Flip them around. Okay, so we got some beans. We got some carrots. We are also going to garnish it with some cherry tomatoes. That's going to go in the pasta. We're going to boil the water. We're going to put the pasta in. 4 minutes left in cooking. We're going to put this in. These are stay fresh. Then we strain it while the pasta is al dente. Then we keep cooking it slightly and we pour the pesto sauce on. Which leads me to my discussion about the Parmigiano, the Parmesan cheese. This is a big chunk of Parmesan cheese. I'm going to let the people that are going to enjoy this meal add their own Parmesan to their meal. Some people will want to put the Parmesan right into the pesto, which makes it kind of thick and gooey and harder to move around to mix with the pasta. I like to add it afterwards. But that's not the only reason. If I added the Parmesan cheese now to this pesto, I wouldn't be able to eat this dish because I cannot eat cheese. Like for example, if I took a small piece of this cheese, right now, if I eat this right now, within about 15 minutes, there'll be an alert in our neighborhood. Probably some emergency people would start showing up. They would get reports of a gas leak somewhere in the area. There would be firemen showing up. There would be policemen. It would be on the news. Stay away from this neighborhood. The residents are reporting a pungent stench and odor which is sitting around the neighborhood, and we're worried about some sort of a gas leak or something, or some sort of an attack using some sort of a deadly agent, right? There would be policemen going up and down the street with their sirens. There would be women running out to grab their children off the street. It would just be, it would be a flagellating, just a shit show, so to speak. Did any of you guys know I ate everything I wanted to for years, and I love cheese. I just want to eat you. And I love putting cheese in everything, and I would have cheese as a snack. And I would almost every day have heartburn. Just heartburn every time. I go, what's wrong with me? I got heartburn for everything, and I thought it must be the wine. Like I like to enjoy a glass of red wine with. It's acidic. Maybe it's the coffee. I started cutting things out, but I always had heartburn. And I was talking to a guy. I never told anyone, but I was at a restaurant with someone, and we went to an Italian restaurant, and he asked the waitress, what do you have here that doesn't have cheese on it? And I said, what are you coming to an Italian restaurant for and you don't want cheese? And he goes, well, I can't have cheese. I get heartburn with cheese. And I thought, what are you talking about? Nobody gets heartburn with just eating cheese. What are you, stupid? Which is my natural reaction because I'm so lovable with whatever anyone says. And I laughed at him, and he had his a chicken with rice and steamed broccoli. And I had my veal parmesan coated in cheese. And then we were enjoying a glass of wine, and I had fucking heartburn, right? He said, you should try it. So, okay, I said, I'll try it. I stopped eating cheese, and literally within, immediately, I had the first meal I had without cheese. I went, I feel great. I haven't eaten cheese now for 6 months, and I have, from the day, the knife's edge, heartburn, no heartburn. Could you guys hear that? What? Can you guys hear that? This is the dishwasher. it's made in China. And what I've done is I've sterilized some of these containers here to store my... Klaus, how did you time that? You're a genius. There was no editing involved. I know, the sun shines out of my ass. When I make more of this, after I'm done this video, I'm gonna make that whole batch because I have much more ingredients. I make it, I pour it into sterilized jars like this, filled to almost the brim. Then I put the jar lidless in the freezer. It freezes. Then I put the lid on. Leave it in the freezer. I have a fresh pesto sauce, a little tiny squeeze of lemon on the top to keep it from browning. And I have fresh pesto sauce for the whole winter. Let's leave these aside. And let's get the steelhead. The steelhead ready. Oh, I want to eat you. Okay, the steelhead. The steelhead is fresh caught, West Coast, steelhead from Canada. Now I know a lot of you will not be able to get your hands on a piece of this. A lot of countries will not have the option of having this, but this is absolutely incredible. I'll get it and I'll show it to you. It is just a beautiful piece of fresh West Coast steelhead. Not salmon, steelhead. I'm just going to rib this foil. While you're doing that, I'll show you in a minute. So that the juicy stuff I put on does not come off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put always a little bit of olive oil. Just a little drizzle. Just a little drizzle. And we're going to spread this olive oil on the steelhead. Oh, okay. And then we're adding, this is roasted garlic and pepper flakes. You can buy this in the spice section, or you can roast your own garlic and pepper. I bought this, but we put this on top, generously. Roasted garlic and pepper flakes on a beautiful fresh piece of steelhead, like lots. Okay, and this is going to, in the oven, preheat the oven to 400, or you can do it on the barbecue, right? But we're gonna do it in the oven today. 400 degrees, this piece, this thick, will take 11 minutes, not a minute longer. If you cook it for 15 minutes, it's gonna be a dry, like all the salmon that you order at restaurants, it's gonna be a dry, leathery, I don't know why anyone likes salmon, it's so dry and leathery. Not a second more than 11 minutes at 400. As a matter of fact, cook it for like 8 minutes and then take it out and just see if it separates. If it doesn't, and you see that it start at 8 minutes, check it, okay? So this is only gonna take, I'm estimating 11, maybe 10 minutes. We're gonna start the pasta. We're gonna have everything come together at the same time. We're gonna have the noodles. We put this stuff in the boiling water when we're cooking the noodles when there's 4 minutes left for the noodles to cook. The noodles take 9, 10 minutes. This takes 10, 11 minutes. We're gonna do it all at the same time. Let's do it. Okay, when your water comes to a complete boil, remember 100 grams per person. And the water's salted, so it's boiling at over 100 degrees Celsius. We'll put that in there. Beautiful. And this would normally take 9, 10, 11 minutes. We're gonna do it for like 8 minutes, 7.5, 8 minutes, so that it's still al dente. I'll take the lid off when it starts to boil hard. And then we'll cook some of the pesto sauce and blend it all together. Magnifico. Okay, I decided to cook it on the barbecue, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna preheat the barbecue to fairly hot, right? So when I put this foil on it, it's gonna heat from the bottom. It's actually going to sear the skin right onto the foil. So when I serve it, it'll just come off perfectly skinless. And I've reassessed, and this is about a 1 1/4 centimeters thick. This is going to take exactly 8 minutes. Let's put it on there carefully. Very hot. Let's just slide it on. Close it up. Leave it there now for 8 minutes. Enjoy my amarone. And I got to make sure this is ready at the same time that the pasta's ready. I got too many things going on. I'm juggling things. Marty, come here. Come here, buddy. Come here, we're juggling things. Come on. Come. Come. Yes. Marty doesn't want to play. Hey, I'm cooking salmon. Come on. Don't. We're going to do the carrots in a different pot for about 4 minutes. Add the green beans. They don't have to be covered in water. They just need to steam. Just put them in there. Put them in there. 2 minutes. Pasta's cooking perfectly. Veggies are done and ready. Let's taste one. Just, oh, still crunchy, just perfect. It's been exactly 8 minutes. Ta-da! Perfectly roasted, beautiful salmon. Oh my God. Oh my God. The pasta's almost done. It's just beautiful, beautiful. Perfect. Okay, we'll turn it off. We strain it. Okay, we put this on low. We put it back on the flame, okay? Back on the flame. We do a little bit, just a little drizzle of olive oil. We do now the beautiful pesto that we made, a little bit in there. It's watery, remember? Had a little bit extra water in it. Oh. It's just incredible, guys. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, stop the flame. No more flame. La pasta. She is ready. 1983 Amarone. Hey, when you're a YouTuber, you can afford the best in life. Okay, so we're going to a bit of pasta. Look at that, guys. Now this is just gonna, the skin is gonna be left. You know what? Let's zoom in so you can see this. So here we're going. Because we cooked it on the barbecue, watch, the skin is gonna stay. The skin is gonna stay on the foil. You just go like this, and that is absolutely beautifully done salmon. This piece of salmon is absolutely incredible. We're going to put a little bit more right here. Huh? That is the first place. Just a simple meal. Just absolutely exquisitely beautiful. Steelhead. Pesto with veggies. I don't know what to say. Okay, that is plate number 1. Here you go. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Now we will do a plate number 2 for myself. Oh gosh. Let's go a little bit of pasta. A bit of this pesto here. Oh. The little garnish for myself, because why not? Watch, this just comes off. Just beautiful. There it is. I'm going to taste the salmon. The salmon is done, the steelhead I mean, is done absolutely perfect. Look, it just flakes off. And it's just, it just melts in your mouth like butter. And the fresh pesto with the veggies, just, even a little carrot. Oh my God. Oh, Klaus, how do you look so good? You look not a day over 32. I'm going to be 60 next year. How? You eat fantastic food. This is great, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you had fun. I had fun sharing this from my kitchen to you. Let me know in the comments if you tried it and if you like it, or if you have some great ideas for what we should do next. Bon appetit. Please subscribe. Please hit the notifications button so you'll know when the lunatic posts again. And arrivederci. Till next time. Don't hit stop. I have a cameraman that works for free, and usually she stops the video before I'm able to fade it out. So she's like, we got the finger there ready to, so to say, arrivederci, stop. And then I have a fight with her. I say, how the hell am I going to fade that out now? You stopped the video. Just keep rolling. But no, no, no. She always wants to stop. Stop, stop, stop. And then we have to, and I never re-record, right? How can I be so mad when I have this? And now you can stop. Hey, what's the matter? Why are you upset? I just made you dinner.